Live at 4, let's look at the store. We got a message coming in from the Marvel Strike Force Discord server. It says, on Tuesday, 12/6, which is tomorrow, the option to purchase Red Stars for Ultron will be temporarily removed from the Elite store for several weeks. This is because in the near future, there'll be an event which players can earn Red Stars for Ultron. The dev team wants to mitigate any potential disappointment with an Ultron Red Star purchase now when shortly afterward they can be earned. Red Stars for Ultron will return to the Elite store after the event that rewards them has concluded. So I believe this, got to give credit where credit's due. I believe this is really good information and preventing future disappointment. I got to give them credit where credit's due. Also, I believe a day ago, Boylan put out a video talking about, and you can see here in the thumbnail, it says huge news. And there is a picture of Ultron. You'll have to check out that video to see what he says. Also, I got to give a shout out to the Brotherhood of the Storm server. And I guess this is Corporal Hicks. I don't know what that is. Just a synopsis of what's happening this week. And we're going to go over this quickly because I think there's some things to talk about on this. Battle Scars and Power of Powers already ended. Dogs of War will be ending tomorrow. And then it says, save your power cores and campaign and ISO energy for Dark Beast events starting tomorrow. So this power core event is garbage. There's a post here talking about it. 10 cores needed to max out the new event for Dark Beast. Everybody hates these power core events. I think they're terrible. Start saving your ISO energy refreshes and free energy from the new strike pass for coordinated assault, which starts Saturday 12/10. So on Wednesday, the new strike pass will start, and in the strike pass track, there is green ISO energy, and I would say I would recommend saving that and not collecting that until at least Saturday. Save your Blitz refreshes because there's going to be a Blitz heavy event for Dark Beast that starts tomorrow. And then lastly, we're going to talk about this for a minute. There's a new store opening tomorrow to spend your presents depending on how the currency work and which characters you need. You want to save that currency for the last week, maybe when Nemesis will be in that store, with one caveat. The last time they did a special store with a new character, that was Heroes as Guardian. I believe that was with Mighty Thor and Valkyrie. The new character appeared at a much lower frequency, something to keep in mind if you plan to keep on refreshing. And that is because there's going to be a refresh. This store is already showing up in game, and there is a refresh tab. And I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work, but I want to go over it. But basically, it's going to change from week to week, and there's going to be different items in the store. So there's going to be character shards, Elite 7 credits, and Dark promotion credits inside of this store. And then it says each week will feature a new set of character shards at the top of the store, which will reset on a weekly basis at 4 o'clock Pacific time on the store refresh. Here is the schedule, and how this works, I don't know. Morgan Le Fay, Icarus, and Abomination in the first week. Hulkbuster, Spider-Weaver, and Agatha in the second week. Dazzler, Spider-Man 2099, and Brawn in the third week. And then the last week, which everybody's talking about, is going to have Spider-Man Noir, which I don't really care about, Rogue, and Nemesis. Now, what I'm worried about is people are going to save all their currency for the last week, and they're going to be forced to refresh it like crazy if it plays out anything like the Valkyrie and the Mighty Thor event. So do what you got to do. I think we're going to know tomorrow. It just depends on how the layout is and I believe it's going to refresh every 8 hours. But if they make certain characters stingier than others, it's going to be a disaster. Hopefully it does not play out that way at all. Coming soon, Nemesis. Now, the patch is, my guess is going to either happen on Tuesday or Wednesday. Typically, we get an in-game notification around now if it was going to happen tomorrow, which leads me to believe that the patch won't happen until Wednesday. We will see. And the first character will be Nemesis, which is going to be a part of the Death Seed team. And hopefully we get Archangel and we can start crushing the mutant raid without having to use our Astonishing X-Men. And it's a real hassle. So this question has been asked by everyone. And before I get into this question, I want to go into this right here. Questions on or clarifications the community is awaiting. So I feel like this is a very good post. And if the community managers are interested in what the community really wants to know, a lot of those topics are discussed here in this post. It's very well written. With the release of the new patch this week, I thought I'd make a list in hopes it would help to get them addressed. Very wishful thinking, no particular order. I believe these are the most sought after topics as the community wanting to know. Info on the reworks for any minions so they can be used for the Death Scourge. So this is a really tricky question because a lot of people are wanting to know if there's going to be reworks. Now, and people keep asking me, and the correct answer is no word yet. Keep hanging tight. But I think people just want a direction because they're anxious. And I largely agree with this sentence right here. I generally agree with this sentence right here. I'm willing to wager money on Ravagers plus Merc Lieutenant and Riot Guard, or Ravagers plus Hand Archer and Blade Master. So, but the thing is, we just really don't know. What if this node is going to be super easy and you don't need to upgrade them very much? Or what if it's so terrible that you need more than 5? What if you need 2 teams of minions to make it through it? We don't know. I mean, and so I know people are anxious, and the only reason why I would say Ravagers, which is going to be Ravager, Bruiser, Boomer, and Stitcher, is that they kind of work as a war offense team with T'Challa and Yondu. And then if we talk about Archer and Blade Master, they recently had stat boosts. What was it, 2 patches ago? And then Merc Lieutenant and Riot Guard, I already had upgraded them because I was using them on a defensive team with Mercenaries, with Taskmaster, but Taskmaster was reassigned to the Underworld team. So it is what it is. But we literally don't know. And my suggestion still stands until no word yet. Keep hanging tight. Going down. Will the Chromium Unique currently, the one being used on Zombie Iron, being added to the orbs? I've asked. Hopefully we get some information on this, but there's no word on this at all. Are they going to be using this Chromium on future characters that are coming out? We don't know. Are we really going to have to endure Age of X Crucible for another 2 months? It looks that way. Any possibility of reducing the buff slightly or making one changes to one room? Honestly, it's getting stale. And I know this was a question asked by another envoy, and I don't think they're changing this at all. I really don't. When will the Apocalypse Kit be revealed? I'm hoping that, if I were to guess, I would hope that we get this information before they go on Christmas break. Initially said coming at the end of the year. I don't know. Maybe it'll be next in January. I have no idea, but we don't have this information. Speaking of, when will we find the additional Strike team members for Apocalypse Kit? And even more troubling is, what is the total number of Strike team members? Is it 5? Is it 1? Is it 10? Is it 20? We don't know. They didn't give us any information on that. They've been very stingy on this information as well. And then lastly, will the incoming training mat economy be addressed before your holiday break? Gold has been increased, but training mats haven't got equivalent increase. And my personal opinion on this is that this is they're deliberately making training mats artificially scarce, and they just want us to spend money. I feel like this is very much intentional, and they probably won't do anything about it. So we're going to keep going on. Any plan for Agatha shards? And again, they typically have one member on these teams that is scarce, and right now it's been Agatha, Gambit, and it looks like it's going to be Brawn. We talked about this a little bit earlier in the video. There's going to be this right here, Agatha Harkness in week 2 of that store. So if you're desperate to unlock her, like you just need a couple shards to get her up and running, in the second week of this particular event, they're going to be shards there for 1 week only. All right, 10k cords to max the next event for Dark Beast. Yuck, everybody hates the Power Core events. And then right here, I see this almost every day, and I think I'm going to talk about it every time I see a post because I think it merits discussion. Training mats. A lot of players are short on training mats lately, including myself also. When we get 3 new events added to the game today, and they do not include single training mats or training mat orb fragments. Pretty horrible. Please, Scorby, start include some training mats in these events. The current rewards are useless to many of the new players anyways. If you want the player base to engage in new events, make the rewards something that is needed. 1,000%. I agreed. I talked about this yesterday. I will talk about it again. Get rid of coordinated assault. And I think a lot of people are hot on this topic right now because they missed the last milestone for the Black Panther month-long event solely because of coordinated assault. Shouldn't have to rely on others to be able to finish events. I missed out on the last BP milestone because of coordinated assault. It should be up to me alone to grind the events. War attacks, up to me. Crucible, up to me. Arena Blitz, you get the picture. And I imagine their response if community manager Whipper addresses players, well, it's up to you to get into Alliance that plays the same way you do. That is Scopely's stance. They want alliances all to look to the game and nobody to be in casual alliances, and everybody that cares about these events should be in alliances with other people that cares events. It's really a horrible situation. They've gone out of their way to destroy the casual alliance for almost a year now. I could put the time in. We shouldn't have to pester my alliance mates so I can hit milestones. It's backwards. So you're not making me want to spend money. You're putting me off. I agree. And then lastly, who will be the Apocalypse Horseman counter? I genuinely feel that the Apocalypse Horseman team should be bonkers good because of the difficulty required. I would be annoyed if this team was countered quickly. And Scopely's business plan is to create a problem and then sell a solution. And so I believe that the Horseman counter will be sold to us at some point in the future, and I don't know what time frame that would be fair. Assuming Scopely backs on its pre-Apocalypse Airways, they will release a pricey counter team within 2 months of Apocalypse release. Who will it be? My guess, Full Eternals or a new classic X-Men team featuring Professor X and Nightcrawler. I don't know. They'll last until the next big bad, until their next squad comes out, Kang or Galactus or someone. Just wait and see the Age of Apocalypse be the new model for the game. We will have to see. Now, we've got a couple offers. Typically, the offers are uneventful right before the patch. And so we're expecting the patch, let's say, on Wednesday. And then we've got Spider-Win, Spidey Spy, 50 character shards for $10. I feel like this was an underwhelming team used in conjunction with Doom to counter like Young Avengers and War, but that's about it. 50 character shards for $10. I feel like a lot of people skipped this team or underinvested this team. Nico, 50 character shards for $5. She is supposed to be going into the raid store on Wednesday, so keep that in mind. Raid store on Wednesday for Nico. We've got right here Phantom X, which is probably one of my least favorite members on the limited X-Men team. 50 character shards for $15, I believe, is the best pricing I've seen on him. Kind of like one of those characters that you have to upgrade that I didn't really want to upgrade. Just like I kind of resented taking Scarlet Witch up to gear tier 16. Kind of feel the same way about Phantom X. It is what it is. Celestial weapon offer. So this is for Cersei, 50 character shards for $5. I think that is reasonable enough. Now she is farmable inside of the new hard nodes. And then one of my favorite characters in the game, we got Shang-Chi, 50 character shards for $5. I think that is fine. And then lastly, oh, we're bringing this back. I forgot. I got to go back. We're wrapped up with the video. And we have to say this, just like I did yesterday. I really hope you liked this video today. And if you did, you are in luck. That's right. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your mail an 8-star Howard the Duck. This is not a scam. It is a scam. It's sarcasm. Yeah, I don't know. Howard the Duck is a Marvel character, and he's in Conscious of Champions. It'd be interesting if they brought him to Star Marvel Strike Force. It is what it is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And keep on gaming.